Hello and welcome back to Bastards and Broken Things. And yes, it's that time of the week again. We are here to give you our hot takes on episode 3 of House of the Dragon, titled Second of His Name. Of course, referring to little baby Aegon. He is the second Aegon, named after the most famous Aegon of all. Gareth, Aegon
First.
Conqueror. The first of his name, that one is. I'm joined, of course, that voice is someone who is fast becoming the most famous squire and cupbearer in all of the Seven Kingdoms and beyond. It's Gareth.
Yep. It's getting embarrassing now, isn't it? Like, you can't be a squire at the age of 34.
Yeah, that's right. So Jaime Lannister, knighted at 13 or 14.
14, I believe.
Yeah.
Know your history.
Daemon Targaryen, if you're referring to this series, knighted at 16 in the books. So
Get there. Late bloomer. Late bloomer.
Yeah, late bloomer. Poor little Gareth. And I'm your host, Ser Len. And as is tradition, or becoming tradition here at Bastards of Broken Things, straight after watching the episode, we bring you this unfiltered, unsullied bundle of thoughts on House of the Dragon each and every week before we go into a deep dive a few days later with the rest of the gang to give you that in-depth, juicy, spicy analysis that we know you all crave.
Spicy.
And this is for all you feral dragons out there who just can't wait to hear any kind of take on the episode.
Right.
And there's a lot of them, Gareth. They're foaming at the mouth.
Feral dragons. Is that? That's what we're calling
That's the
our
thing.
listeners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them. The ones who like this, that's what we're calling them. All right? So,
Absolutely brutal. Very hot takes today, though, I think, after this episode. Very hot.
very hot.
Indeed.
Bloody engulfed in flames, if you will.
Very feral dragons in this episode.
Very much so. Drinking a lovely old-fashioned, Gareth.
Oh, nice.
By the way.
That's good.
Starwood old-fashioned.
Oh, from the
You like-
bottle.
like that?
Pre-made. Pre-made old
Pre-made, in a way.
Yeah.
Couldn't be fucked to make my own one.
No.
Pretty good, though. So, hot take number 1. You don't have to make your own old-fashions. You can get them pre-made in bottles. No, that's not the first hot take. Don't worry about it. We're going to kick it off now, Gareth. Actually, I had a point I wrote in my notes here. Have you seen Lord of the Rings yet? Rings of Power?
Nope.
Okay. I just thought it was interesting because I watched it the other day and there's a little rumour going around that
Crossover.
Fan Critical is going to be doing a podcast review, sort of the same way we did things with Stranger Things, possibly bundling up 3 episodes at a time and then releasing a podcast on it.
I think, this isn't an official announcement or anything, is it?
It's a rumour. It's hearsay. It's there's some little birds in and around court who have been, hearing some things, and they're now spreading rumours like wildfire across the realm, Gareth.
Yeah. No, that's true. If it was to happen, I think you're right. The rumours suggest the rumor mill is reporting that it's going to be like a 3 episode per review. Right.
So a 3 podcast summarization of Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power. But I thought it was interesting because we were now in this weird situation where we have a fantasy face-off between House of the Dragon and Rings of Power.
Face-off as well. That's too many.
We bloody well should. Bloody great film.
It's good. We should. Someone pay us to do that, please.
Yeah, pay us to do that one. Come on, give us commissioned. Patreon.com/fancritical. No, but I just thought it was interesting because I watched it and then, a quick little thought process. It's the best looking television show ever made.
Yeah.
It just looks it looks unbelievable, right? And then it's hard because I've gone from watching that to House of the Dragon, which I think still has, for what it is, good effects in parts. I think some of the effects are very ropey, but and this episode was actually quite good on effects, I felt. But you go from that to this, it's difficult it's been very difficult watch actually.
It's why I haven't been keen to jump in just yet to Lord of the Rings, because it's a lot of, like, don't get me wrong, I love medieval fantasy, but it's a lot at the same time, and it's hard to get your characters straight, which ones are in which
dwarf's in which one.
Correct.
You know, funny enough, they cut Mushroom, it seems, who is a prominent jester, fool type character in the books from this show. But anyway, that's for another time, another chat. But I just thought that, you know, House of the Dragon definitely still has the substance over Lord of the Rings. But I felt Lord of the Rings has very visual, fucking stunning, just things that my eyes just didn't think you could see with television. Anyway, should we kick off our hot takes, Gareth? As a tradition, we have started numbering them. Sometimes there's 5, sometimes there's 6, there could be 7. Who knows? We're just spitballing here.
I think we went 4 last week. I thought we were doing 4. I've only written 2
well,
down,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, go on then. You kick us off. Mate.
Well, no, if you've got 3, it makes sense for you to go first.
I've actually got 6.
Sorry?
But I only pick
a
certain few of them. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, kick us off with one. Come on.
Okay. Hot take number 1. There goes Dragar. He's dead.
Yeah.
that was pretty quick.
He's not quite the big bad of the series, is he?
No. It was as if, Gareth, it's like when we're playing Skyrim and you bump into those giant mud crabs. It's like one of his own crabs has pinched him in half. And now his entrails are spilt all over the beach.
Diagonally in half.
And now his little baby loyal crabs are now feasting on him. I just thought it was a bit mad how it didn't last at least 1 or 2 episodes longer, and they just sort of went, right, no, let's go for this. With the time jump being 3 years, or 2 years.
2 years, I think.
2 years. Yeah, because it's Aegon's second name day, of course.
Although he would have had to spend a bit of time being
it's 3 years.
So
it's 3 years. It's 3 years. Once again, unsullied thoughts straight off the back of the episode. Don't judge us,
the maths
dear listeners.
We haven't thought the maths through. That's
the maths king.
Yeah.
The maths king. Yeah. I thought it was just crazy that he was done.
Well, when you say it's mad, it's crazy, I think what you mean is it's a little bit shit, isn't it? It's a bit shit that, like, that's just it. I don't even see him getting cut in half.
That annoyed me.
Yeah.
Because they built him up as this sort of weird character, right? Like, really weird. And in the book, you know, as I said, it's quite encyclopedic. So you get excerpts describing him potentially, but nothing, you know, as weird as what we saw in the show here. And we were like, oh, he looks quite cool, doesn't he? Yeah, he's going to be this Myrish prince who's got grayscale and he's gone a bit mad because of the grayscale. And now he's attacking the realm, and it's quite cool. And it'll be a really cool, like, choreographed fight for, like, the sea snake or Daemon. And it ended up just him going in a cave, and it was a cool visual, him coming out with him. I will say that, but it was slightly disappointing, even though I do think I really enjoyed that last action sequence. You go with hot take number 2, Gareth. Hot take number 2.
Well, seems a shame to kick off our hot takes in this way, but I'm also going for a bit of a disappointment. I will say this disappointment was negated a little bit by the final scenes. But I thought the opening was weird. The opening to this episode, it was like, I just felt really budget, really underwhelming, and I was like, "What's going on here?" Like,
interesting. This is
the sound mix felt strange and like
You've got a shit TV though.
Well,
that's your problem.
You know I don't, and it's
average though.
It's very good. Sound mix was all over the place. I thought it just it lacked any kind of I don't know, any ferocity. There was nothing in it. It was just so tepid. And then I think, like I said, by the end, I was like, all right, I kind of get that. It's meant to show that the whole war effort is kind of stalling and it's become a little bit flat. And I think that was what was happening. But without that context in the moment, I was like, is this it? Like, is this the mad, like, Caraxes? That's his name, isn't it? The dragon.
Caraxes, the bloodworm. Yeah.
It's like to burn a couple of these little crab fellas. Bit underwhelming.
I actually thought it looked better than a lot of the effects they've had so far. I think what was interesting about it, and it's one of my joke hot takes I've written here, is, and I'm sure John will talk about this when we review the episode, is the sort of black comedy humor moment that they're trying to go for. The dark comedy where this soldier's sort of like, "Oh, my prince, come and save me, my prince!" Blah, crushed by Caraxes.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a bit bizarre.
I mean, that wasn't funny, was it? It was funny when you said it just now. That was good. They did it like that.
Monty Python. It was quite like Monty Python, isn't it?
Yes, very Monty Python. But not funny.
And so I thought that was kind of weird. That was a weird decision. To try and bring gravity into this horrible moment where someone's getting crucified and then crabs eating him. It was quite a South Park moment. It's like literally, it's what South Park would do,
Yeah.
and they would do it funny, and they would go, blah. That would be his death
and he would
note.
go, "Oh, my prince, save me, my prince." That is literally the line that would come out of South Park.
Yeah.
Weird, weird scene.
But I think the bloodworm as a dragon is fucking cool.
Don't miss Sleep Number's biggest sale of the year, where all smart beds are on sale. Right now, save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. The bed's so smart, it senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable all night long. So save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed today. Hurry, free delivery and special financing on all smart beds through Labor Day. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See sleepnumber.com for details.
Sure, you've played Scratch-Offs, but you haven't played anything like our newest $20 Ohio Lottery Scratch-Offs. Here's Mega Cash with a $500 instant prize and minimum payouts of at least $30. And Magnificent Millions, which has over $58 million in total prizes. Both Scratch-Offs have a whopping $2 million top prize. So play Mega Cash and Magnificent Millions from the Ohio Lottery, and you may never look at Scratch-Offs the same way again. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Like, you can see how he's different. Like, we've talked about this already, how the personality of these dragons has to come through. He's this long, wiry, gangly dragon, kind of like a sort of like ancient Asian culture take on a dragon, like long, branching neck and that sort of thing. I think he's really cool, and I'm excited to see more of him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Caraxes. Bloody cool dragon.
All right,
Gareth.
I will just say, I'm not getting their personalities. I'm not like, oh yeah, this dragon's really laid back. This one's got a great sense of adventure. They're like, yes, they do look a bit different to each other, but I'm not seeing personality. And if that's what we're after, right. I don't think we're getting it yet.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying all we know about them is their different sort of appearances and stuff like that. But
this one's a bit introverted.
I guess that comes down to how they start showing the dragon riders like having moments with their dragons.
Sorry,
you know what I mean? Which we haven't really seen much of. Yeah, not like that, Gareth. You control yourself.
Blood of the dragon.
You think about Rick and Morty again, the soul bonding. All right. Well, I thought that the sequence at the end, although it had a bit of a weird ending, finally delivered what we needed it to do, which was that Daemon looks fucking cool.
He does.
At the end of this.
He does. Yes.
And it kind of reminded me of like Jon Snow for the Battle of Winterfell situation with the archers and sort of one man against an army, it seems, and then the cavalry come in. I was pleasantly surprised by how sort of it's a bit of like a throwback action sequence from like Rambo or something. I don't know. It's like one guy against these people in the jungle just fucking shooting him, and he's no bullets are hitting, and he's just chopping them down. He's wielding Dark Sister as our Daemon. It's a fucking cool looking sword. And I thought, although it's kind of tactically inept in its execution, I mean, it's ridiculous. I did think it was fucking cool. So props to them for actually, having a coolish sort of battle scene here in this episode. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, Damon does look cool. Little bit of a dick move to do the whole pretending to surrender thing. That's not
classic. He's the Rogue Prince.
Yeah, but come on, that's slimy. That's Slimeball Prince.
Hey mate, he kind of reminds me, not in the same way, but also of Ramsay in a way. He's got that sort of disgusting edge to him.
Maybe
as well.
Yeah.
Not as brutal in some regards, but people do say that if he did rule, he would be the next Maegor the Cruel. So
no doubt,
make of that what you will.
No doubt. But yeah, no, he looked cool. It was weird, like to just send out the crab men in small groups of 6.
Crab people look like men, dog like people.
Yep.
Once again, South Park. Check it out.
They he could have just sent all of them out at once, instead of go on small batches at a time, please. But yeah, look, cool scene. I'll give you my second hot take if you'd like, because so far we've spoken about the first episode, the first scene and the last scene, and nothing in between. But what I will say is, slow-paced episode for a lot of it. But again, I think some of the conversations are really good. I really liked the scene of Viserys getting drunk, and
that was good. That was good.
Everybody just pissing him off in different ways. The Jason Lannister chat was really good. And he's like, I didn't name her heir on a whim. It's yeah, good. Yeah, say something about that. Everybody just presuming that you're gonna yeah, and just tell him no, fuck off, you bellend.
I actually wrote down here as my hot take as well, Gareth. This is Viserys' best episode.
Yeah.
I wrote he's so lonely. Doesn't want to be king. This is just notes, scribbles. Doesn't want to be king. I put in my notes the hunting in the Kingswood with all the wine and the boar and everything. Did it remind you of Bobby Baratheon?
Oh yeah, of course. Boar, don't hunt boar. They're too dangerous.
They are dangerous, especially Rhaenyra.
Yeah,
found that out
very much.
I also thought it was interesting, Gareth, that she didn't try and kill the White Hart stag, which I thought would have really. You know how Viserys is so into visions and fucking prophecy and shit. If she had rocked up with the fucking head of the white stag, oh my god, he would have been
just wearing it.
He'd have
wearing it like a hat,
a la Robb Stark, R.I.P. Yeah, I mean that was interesting. Good point. Yeah, I think Viserys was very good this episode. I think he getting drunk and sort of just looking around the room, he just felt so isolated. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want any shit. He just wants to chill out.
He just wants to chill out. He's like, I want really is to fucking chill out and play with my little model.
Yeah, his model Valyria.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah. He just wants to go back to making the animation for the title sequence, which is what he's been working his whole time.
That's how the series is going to end.
Yeah, him just getting a camera out and going through his. Yeah.
He's like, look what happens when I press this button and blood flows from it.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, not again.
That? Just Dewadi standing in the corner.
Can you come up with something new, please? Nah, I quite like this one. Okay, all right then, Raymond. Fucking hell.
But yeah, no, it's a cool scene, and then Otto's suggestion of incest.
Yes, for any of those dear, sweet summer children that are viewing this that forget that the Targaryens like to inbreed, this was a stark reminder.
Oh, a Targaryen reminder.
Yeah. Poor little 2-year-old Aegon. No. The poor little bugger.
He's already been. His face.
Yeah, he's been bloody pawned off against his sister already. Unbelievable. Ah, dear. Sweet, sweet summer children.
Indeed.
What are you going to do, Gareth?
Not be a Targaryen.
I'll finish it with this, Gaz. before we leave, because these are short hot takes and we don't want to spoil things for our deep dive. But fuck me, the Lannisters are pathetic in this. Oh my god!
What do you mean?
Like, just look at the state of them, man. You got Thailand and his, I don't know what Jeremy or whatever the fuck the other one's called.
Thailand and Jeremy.
I was literally sat there going, is this where Jaime Lannister's descent comes from? So he's descended from these guys and Tywin.
It's Jason Lannister, by the way.
Sorry, Jeremy, whatever. Thinking of Peep Show.
I mean, to be fair,
he literally seems like a character from Peep Show.
Jeremy is much more of a medieval fantasy name than Jason.
Yeah.
Why is he called Jason?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, true.
Well, Jason and the Argonauts, I guess. That's true.
I suppose. Mythic. But I just thought these Lannisters, when they did the casting, they just could not be fucked. Honestly.
Who is Jason Lannister, though? I recognise him. What's he from?
Oh, some Peep Show, probably. Maybe. Once again. Plays one of... who's the one who's always on drugs and that?
Oh, Super Hands.
Super Hands' his mates, probably. Who knows? Anyway, that's my hot take, and that's our hot takes for this episode. Of course, we're going to go into the deep dive with our, super best friends, John, Emma, and Lucy, later this week. We will come to you with lots of much more intelligent reasoning behind some of the decisions in this episode.
Going to do well to top the intelligence of this.
True. It's going to be very well researched and all that jazz. But you know what? You've got time, because we don't record that for like in a day or something. You've got time to email us at fancriticalpodcast@gmail.com. The email is in the show notes. Let us know your thoughts on the latest episode 3 of House of the Dragon, second of his name, and let us know what you're thinking about it, what you think about our coverage, anything you want, really. Just be nice, be lovely, be kind to each other. And that's fancriticalpodcast@gmail.com. Of course, you can sponsor us at patreon.com/fancritical if you want to donate some lovely monies to us. Thank you to all our lovely Patreons so far this season. You have all been amazing. And all that's left to do, Gareth, is for me to finish this old-fashioned and go get some well-earned rest before the hunt begins in a few days.
Well, yes, but if you're anything like Viserys, it's going to be an absolute disaster. You'll be hungover, trying to stab the heart.
Sick of it.
Oh, that was sad, by the way. I know this is not a real hot take,
Brutal.
but just...
Let's not talk about hunting, Gareth. It depresses me.
I couldn't do it.
I know, mate. I know. It's okay. If anything, Gareth, the way you're going, we would hog tie you.
Right,
and
where's
then
this going?
Release you into the wild Kingswood.
Yeah.
And then me... John, Emma, and Lucy would be hunting you.
Good luck catching me. So.
Well, John is a bronze John. He's talented with all of his
He's got no
hunting
pace,
skills, right?
Zero pace whatsoever.
Zero pace, but it's all about the traps with him. And he would be getting pissed the night before, I'll tell you that for free. So, anyway, thank you, listeners. Sorry, we've rambled. This is our hot take on episode 3. Email us your thoughts. Look forward to the deep dive. And thank you to my trusty squire, Sir Gareth.
All right. Whatever makes you feel better about yourself.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Message.
What up? It's Heather's cousin. You dated her in college, or maybe you were just in the same class. Anyway, I heard you bought a boat, my man. Let's hit the water. Oh, and Heather told me you always liked, snacks and stuff, so I could totally bring some chips.
When you get a boat, you also get new friends. Make sure Progressive's one of them, and get coverage today for as little as $100 a year.
Hey, Also, I'm a little short on cash, so can you cover the chips? Thanks. I can see why Heather liked you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
Don't miss Sleep Number's biggest sale of the year, where all smart beds are on sale. Right now, save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. The bed's so smart, it senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable all night long. So save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed today. Hurry, free delivery and special financing on all smart beds through Labor Day. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See sleepnumber.com for details.